Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a review about the Ingersoll Rand Air Tool lubricant. This is a very great lubricant for all of your air tools. For me, this is the one I use all the time because I love Ingersoll, and I found that this Ingersoll Rand lubricant is the best for all of the air tools you buy. If you buy Mac air tools, Snap-on air tools, Chicago pneumatic, Ingersoll, this works for all of them, no matter what type. Even if you buy Mastercraft or Harbor Freight, it works. So I'm going to be telling you some advantages of using this one over the other ones. So here, as you see, it improves the tool quality. So right out of the box, when you put this on the bottom of your tool and you just do 2 to 3 drops every single day, it improves all the sealing, the gaskets, make sure that nothing seized up in your gun. Also, it lowers the friction. So since you're using Ingersoll Rand oil, this oil is synthetic, and it lowers all the friction because your gun, it's getting lots of work out of it. You know, every single day you're going to be using it to loosen fasteners, tightening fasteners. You're going to be running it probably about 2 to 5 hours a day or even more. So your gun, it needs proper lubrication. I'm going to show you how I lubricate my gun with this Ingersoll Rand lubricant. Also, I recommend that you don't use this with any inline tool lubricator, because if you have an inline lubricator on your hose, sometimes it malfunctions, sometimes it does not work. And how do you know if it works or not? You're not always guaranteed you're gonna get those drops in the line. So say if it fails, your gun is gonna fail too. That's why I like doing it manually. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to use it. Right now I have this Mac here, and I'm saying again, it works on any gun you guys have, no matter what quality. Mac, Snap-on, Ingersoll. Even it works on Canadian Tire. Any gun, because you know the first thing is maintenance to anything. If you buy a car and you don't do the oil, sure, your engine is gonna fail. Your piston rings, everything in your car, it's gonna wear out way quicker. But if you spend the extra time each and every single day, I can't stress this enough, guys. If you just do the 3 to 5 drops a day, then you're good. But if you do 15 drops a day, you're set. You know, your gun can last you up to 20 to 40 years. The whole life of you, you know. So the life of, you know, the gun, and the life when you're in the trade, you know. You don't want to be buying a gun every 3 years because you're not oiling it right. I know lots of mechanics out in the field, they regret using this stuff, you know, because they say, okay, I'm too lazy to put this in my gun each day, but I should have, because you know they're the people that make Snap-on and Mac people richer, because their guns, hey, this is warranty but only for 3 years. After that, it's not warranty. So after the 3 years goes up, whatever, it should last about 3 to 4 years. It fails on the 4th year, it's no longer covered warranty, and then they have to pay a hefty bill to Mac Tools and get a new one. And that's why Mac Tools is making so much money, because people, they're just too lazy to do proper maintenance on their impact guns, and it fails. So if it fails, then you know it's your fault. It's not Mac Tool's fault, but it's your fault at the end of the day. Mac Tool, they can probably help you out with doing a rebuild on your gun here, but you know it's going to be failed because you failed it. So I'm going to show you where the point is where you put the oil in there. So this is the end of the gun. So this gun attaches to the airline, and you have your fitting. So you're gonna get your fitting. Most shops, they give you a fitting for their airlines and everything. And basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna just do about 2 to 3 drops. So there we go, I got 3 drops in there. And that's just maintenance each day, right? So say if this is sitting in your drawer and it's not getting any use at all, just do 2 to 3 drops. That's it. And then that makes sure that there's no moisture in your gun, that everything is working after you oil it. This has been the rocker here in this. See if it works. Yes. And that makes sure that all the oil drizzles down and goes into all of the moving mechanisms in your gun. And before you use it again, you're probably going to do about 2 to 3 drops. And you're going to be doing 2 to 3 drops every hour or so. And that's what I recommend, because say if you hold it off and you say, okay, I'm going to do it every 2 days. That 2 days turns into 1 week, and that 1 week turns into 2 weeks, and then you oil it every 2 weeks. It's gonna last, but it's not gonna last as long, my friend. You see here that this gun, I had this for right now 10 years. It's nice and shiny because I have a boot usually on it that covers it up, and I polish it and make sure it's all nice, and I do lots of maintenance to it. Oiling is one of the big factors. Another one is the grease fittings. I'm going to show you guys in one of my next coming videos on how to grease your gun so that your gun stays greased when you're using it. But I can't stress this enough, guys. There's so many people out there wondering why their guns are broken. It's because oil. It's because they don't want to spend extra $5 to $10 on oil. I'm gonna be linking this in the description where you guys can get it, because sometimes it's hard to just go to the store and buy it. And for me, I had to look everywhere for it, and then I found it on Amazon. So I'm gonna be linking one for the Canada people and one for the US people, so you guys can click down accordingly on where you live, and then you can buy it. I find it's easier just to order online half the time, because after work you really want to be going to Canadian Tire or Sears or wherever. You don't want to be driving there. You just want to order the thing, and you get it the next day with Prime, and you're all set. But yeah, this is the big factor, oiling. A lot of people, they just don't oil it. So 3 drops each day. If you use it or not, just oil it. 15 drops max a day. If you want to do more than 15 drops, good for you, because the more maintenance you do, the longer your gun is going to last. Thank you guys for listening to this video. Like and subscribe. And if you guys want to get the Ingersoll Rand tool oil, it is 10 ounces. It's going to be listed in the description. I see here it says 10Z4, but actually it is 4 fluid ounces. So you see here, this is going to be lasting you about 2 to 3 months. Okay, but if you buy it 2 to 3 months, that's great in the long term, because if you're just buying it every 2 to 3 months, it's going to cost like $10 to $20, whatever. Buy it because in the long term, you want to buy a new gun that's going to be costing you like $500, or do you just want to buy some maintenance that is cost you $20 here and there? I say just buy the oil, because the gun, at the end of the day, you spend so much money on these guns, and you have to buy a new one because you didn't maintain it. That's called laziness, and I don't really support laziness, but it's whatever people want to do. I heard people, they use their gun all the time, and they run it dry, and it lasts about a good time. But still, you need to make sure you oil it so it lasts a long time, because you're going to be spending more of your hard-earned money into just more tools and more tools. So thank you guys for listening to my video, and remember to always lubricate your gun every day, especially if you guys live in Canada, where You guys have lots of snow in the wintertime. Your shops in the winter, if there's moisture in your gun from the other day when you're using it, and your airlines have water in it, right? So the water is going to be in here, and then in the nighttime they turn off the heat in the shop. They don't leave it on. All shops are like that, unless you have a Supreme shop that leaves the heat on for the trucks at nighttime. But I don't think so. But you see, your tools are going to get cold and they're going to freeze with that moisture inside, and that water is going to be frozen inside, and it's going to make your inside rust out more quicker. So if you just put this in before you leave the day, and before you start the day, and when you're using it in the day, you'll be fine. This gets rid of moisture. It protects your gun. It does lots of helpful things for your gun. So guys, always use this, and just get it, because in the long term, it's gonna help you to save money on all of your tools. Thank you guys again for listening to my video.